Hello? I think that we're live. Can everybody see this? I can never tell because I pressed the button. I think I pressed the button. But, ha 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 ha, hello Magpie, all right. Salut Ragdoll. So, hello and welcome to our very first YouTube member, Shelly Bibot. Nice to welcome you to the Warren. Today is November 3rd. Next week is November 10th. And I regret to inform you that we are going to have to miss that one because we have a trip to Boston where we're going to be there to give a talk while people are coming to do an experiment who are speakers of Dothraki and Valyrian, as well as Klingon and Na'vi and Esperanto. Anyway, so that's very exciting. Hey, Boston, that's near you. Why don't you come? We're going to have Paul Fromer, creator of Na'vi, is going to be there. Me and Jesse are going to be there. Mark Okren, creator of Klingon, is going to be there. Erika Okren is going to be there. We're going to do a thing. It's going to be on Friday, the 11th. And it's, I don't know, sometime during the day, a reasonable time, because it's during the afternoon. But anyway, so sorry to hear about all of your concerts and whatever and what have you. And we are here for the duration. The duration.
Oh, you did not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Unfortunately, I've also got an opera that day. Well, I will tell you this. I'm sure Mark Okren would rather be hanging out with you. He's a big, I guess he's more of a drama and maybe musical theater guy. I don't know if he does opera too. But he's big into the stage scene in DC. Anyway, so what opera? Now I'm curious. That's all right. I'm sure I'll be in Boston again someday. I think I've been in Boston twice, and this will be a third time.
I've only driven through it.
Really? You never been to Boston?
Not to stop in Boston, no.
We're going to have a little bit of time on Saturday. I also have no idea what's going on for Din Din on Friday.
Din Din? Is that what we're doing now? Okay, there we go. I'm getting there. You keep doing whatever you're doing.
I made it out to Hyannis in Massachusetts, where a friend of mine was living at the time, which was a highlight for me, of course, due to the song Rock and Roll Band by Boston, which mentions Hyannis.
Ooh. What, we're gonna need 22. Top 22. So I really just need to find the bottom. How many were there? I have
32,
all the numbers.
32.
So the bottom 10.
Though I also, those who saw the correspondences, I didn't do one for Per because I couldn't think of one, but it's that should obviously be the character for so maybe we should only take the top 21.
Wait, you couldn't think of one? What do you mean?
I couldn't think of a way to turn that drawing.
Oh, okay. I was wait, I did one.
Yeah, it didn't properly make sense to me. Here, can I borrow something to? This'll do. I'm gonna see what I can do with that, because yours was kind of half of a side profile of a cat with lines in the middle.
Yes.
And I don't know, it didn't strike me as plausible.
Fair.
I want to try to do is get Roman when he's in a lovey mood.
I hope everyone saw my face.
He's a very good boy.
Your definition of good is a little off, I believe.
because he comes like this, and he bows his head, and so then the
he's just marking your leg until
no.
you reach down to pet him, and then he's like, ooh,
no, not when he comes
that's an invitation to bite.
Not when he comes up and starts purring. He's a very good boy. He looks like this, see? But his head is bowed a little bit, and it's hard to kind of capture that in drawing with the head bowed. And so that is what I'm trying to get, but like maybe
so are you still going for the look?
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe.
Ooh, we may have a bit of a tie situation for our final glyph.
Maybe something like an.
Okay.
Kind of I don't know. Trying my best here. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna take that one away because it doesn't need to fill. Okay, so yeah, we have a tie for the last glyph that will get used to make 22.
Really?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, that is the case. I double counted. Okay.
All right.
Hey, everyone.
Yeah, and actually, before we start, I wanted to talk a little bit about spelling, just to give people an idea that it's a little bit of a nebulous situation. So we'll keep track of what, how we break this tie, because I'm not 100% sure how many glyphs we're going to need, but this is where we figured out kind of how the spelling system would be, because I know that I had mentioned, and that I think a lot of patrons echo the sentiment, that we were hoping for something a bit more modern for the spelling system. And so in order to do that, there's a question of like, well, should there be a Q at all? And I think that maybe there should be. So we're going to keep Q. But also well, the idea is even if we have glyphs for these original vowels, that they would have different interpretations. So like the Bardai would be understood as E, the Schwa would be understood as A, and then A would be A would be A, O would be U, and then that leaves the original A there as a bit of a question mark. Because it's just going to have the representation of E, bless you.
Thank you.
And so we're not 100% sure what to do with it.
And hi, Tathis.
Hey, and then there was for the rounded vowels here. Question was if we're going to do digraphs or if we're going to do some sort of diacritic, because essentially, like all of those are just characters that have the O added. And then, of course, the question is, would it be weird to have this character that was original A, and it doesn't have a reflex, but it does with a diacritic, where it represents O. Nasality, again, is also going to be represented separately. So that wasn't something that we were going to consider. And we came up with strategies for spelling almost all of these other new sounds. So th is actually spelled TH, the TS is spelled with the old Z. Ch and ja are T, nya, D and ya, and so on, and all down the line for the palatals. And then there are some open questions about how to represent G and Engma, but I had some ideas there. Also a couple different ways to represent Ch, including with the proto sound, but also QH and KH. Anyway, so all that is to say,
I do like, though, Chris's comment. Why not just do with hieroglyphs?
Yeah.
There's no just about that.
Mm-hmm.
As well.
Yeah. All right.
Look at High Valerian. Okay, so we're going to start at the bottom and say what's not being used.
Okay.
Do you want to do this in where you have the gold pages in your notebook too, so that way you mark what characters we're
Yes,
using?
you're right. Let's do that.
And of course, like if you can pull up Patreon to show other people what we're talking about, can you pull up the images?
Yeah. Except
and
that
while you do that, I'm going to open my can of
I don't think
blueberry pomegranate sparkly water.
I just had I just did a big update, so I think we might have gotten logged out of Patreon. So.
Oh no, we didn't.
Oh no, we didn't. Oh, that's nice.
But still, always good to be careful.
Yeah. Let's see, and then. Okay.
Yes. And then I'm gonna look at the YouTube screen real quick because these may be far over. No, they are fine.
Yeah.
People can see them. Okay.
She absolutely did anime fan. I went with her. She was Sylveon, the Pokemon.
Yeah, Erin actually made the costume. She
great.
does amazing
Meridian
stuff.
loved it.
All right, so coming in last place. Absolutely last place. Dead last.
Okay.
Is a V open mouth.
No.
So people did not like that one.
Huh. Yeah, it is a little weird, but
It was meant to be like the little things that you see.
yeah.
But yeah, especially when you put them in this bubbly letter. So V is out.
V is out.
So we did that one. I wonder what. I'm gonna unbold. No, that doesn't really help. Okay. Change the text color so I know that I've told you about that one.
Can you give me one of those red pens?
I would love to give you a red pen.
Thank you.
Okay. And this is, I'm staring at a lot of numbers, so like I'm trying to make sure I keep track of which ones I already told you. All right, so we've done last place.
And that's 32, yeah?
Yeah, very last place.
Okay.
Because you said there were 32, so I'm banking on you being right.
Yeah.
Next to last, so in place number 31, we have C, cat paw. Which this was, I thought, a cute rendition. I actually thought that one was going to come way high given some other preferences in past polls. I was wrong. All right. Coming in place number 30, we have FF, which is the landing cat.
Okay, so that, like, I apologize. I think I just didn't write it originally, but this was the original character.
Oh my God, you're right. Like that was the actual one that people voted on the style. All right. Well, apparently they did not like it when they voted on it, so I don't know. All right, then we have a three-way tie for, I guess, what, place number 27?
29, 28, 27, yes.
Okay. That three-way tie, well, actually, since we're down on this half, let's talk about EE, which is tree.
Okay, so that's 27.
Out. Also on this page is W, which was mouse.
Really? That one's, like, really simple. What the heck? Okay.
Patrons don't want simple. I'm just sad that the mouse didn't make it. All right. E was half cat face with whisker. That one is out. That's also tied. E.
Oh yeah, Funky Bee. All right.
I liked that one. Oh, yeah, all right. I think. Oh yeah, we can see it on the screen. Coming in, there's a two-way tie for place 25.
Yeah.
And this is L feather.
Okay.
And so that one is out, and you can see it here on the next part, Q, which is stick.
Okay.
Okay. So those are out.
All right.
Now here's where we have a three-way tie for place number 22, 23, and 24, and we're gonna need 22. So one of these three will be included.
Give me, here, wait, no, I'm going to use the purple pen for this.
Let's see, here's an orange pen if you want to like.
No, orange, that's even better. Yeah.
Because it's almost danger zone.
So this is 22.
All right. I, which you can't see, you're going to scroll up a little bit, is cat scratches.
Okay.
So that's one of them.
Question mark here, 22.
All right, and then if you scroll down a little bit, option AA,
There it
which is based on the water puddle drawing, and CC, which is stalk, like to stalk.
Stock, you mean, right?
Stalk. I was stalking you online. Stalking. Stalk. Stalk. I don't know. However you say that.
I know what I'd choose amongst those three. I'd choose this one.
That well, I don't know how we want to talk through this. Okay. Do you want to put them in order from there up, or do you just want to say that? No. Okay, so now
let's put them in order.
Here's a green pen.
Thank you.
These are the ones that made it. All right, so that was tied for 22.
Mm-hmm.
So that means in place 21. Where did it go? Dun, da, da, da. We have O, which is leaf.
Cool.
I'm gonna make these green as I say them. Ooh, make you a bright green. No, I don't like that green. Excuse me while I talk to myself.
All right.
All right, then we have a 1, 2, 3-way tie. So whatever that puts us at.
20, 19, 18.
All right, so coming in place 18 as a 3-way tie is R, which is fish. And
That's a good one.
oh, are we on it? Yeah, there it is. Mm-hmm. Okay. You're going to have to scroll. No, wait, it's right there. Z, which is sunspot.
Okay.
Or like sunbeam, like a place to lay. BB, which is fright.
BB. Got it.
Mm-hmm. All right. All right, next we have a 4-way tie.
Okay, 17, 16, 15, 14.
Okay, so while we are here, Y is part of that 4-way tie, which was the image based on a tool.
Okay.
S, which you can see as well.
Mm-hmm.
S was the image based on to need, as in like the cat action.
All right.
J, which was cat tongue.
That's that one.
There we go. Ooh, and while we're up there, B right next to it is a cat marking a tree glyph.
All right.
Okay, so that is B.
Okay.
There we go. Oh, wait. See? Jake likes something I did. I was looking down. I didn't see that. But thank you, Jake. The next one, we're going to have another 3-way tie. So I don't even know what number we're on.
13, 12, 11.
Okay. 3-way tie for that. We have G, which is based on a cat eye. There we go. So we have G. We have... There was one more. Oh, M, which is up there. And M was I believe, cat with crossed paws. Mm-hmm. Laying down with little crossed paws. And then T, which was the tail.
Yes.
Drawing.
That's a good one.
Okay. Next up, we have...
M.
Okay.
I'm sorry, that's double A. M was up here. There's M. And there's T. All right.
Yes. All right. And so then we have another 3-way tie. So does that put us at 8?
10, 9, 8. Yep.
All right. Tied for 8th place, we have H, which is 2 cats cuddling.
Okay. and it's just for fun.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we have in, which is basket or bed,
Alright.
which is up there as well. And then if we're gonna have to, I think, scroll down to U, which is a rock.
Alright.
Hey, nice simple one, made it quite high.
Yeah.
Okay, that was 8th place.
Yes.
7th place by itself, DD cat ear.
That one surprises me, especially since they didn't like the one right below it.
They didn't want the dot. Maybe it reminded them too much of Woke With You. They're like, we did that.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. Just above that, we have a two-way tie.
Okay, so that's for
5th
6
place?
and 5.
Yeah, 5th
place.
place. I think we're gonna have to scroll up to see K, which is fly, as
Okay.
in an actual fly, like a bug,
Alright.
and F, which was cat face, like nose area especially.
Alright.
Okay. Above that, we have a three-way tie for 2nd place.
2nd place. Okay, here we go. And then we're going to find out what 1st place is. Alright, 2nd place.
A is curled up sleeping cat, which isn't quite on the screen at the moment. There we go. P, which is based on a roach.
Yeah. That's one of my favorites.
And X, which is based on a dog.
Whoop. X. Which is based. Alright.
I'm glad you changed that one, David. And then our winner.
Our winner,
David can announce it now.
it has to be D.
It is. And D is a claw.
Very simple. Look at that. I'm glad that D made it, and F is in there too, because I was afraid of F and making it and not D.
Yeah. Because it wouldn't make as much sense. You would just drop the little side markings.
Yeah. All right. Well, fantastic. Okay, so so there is that, and then I think we might do something here to include this specifically for Jonathan Harwinner is, and there it is.
That's a good cat try.
Thank you. But yeah, I have an idea for this, so I think I might include that as well. But yeah, we'll see. There, like I said, or at least I tried to indicate, I think this is a situation where we might end up with something like Cyrillic, where there are a lot of characters in there that people kind of know, but maybe don't get used anymore, because there were a lot of characters that were abandoned after the revolution in 1917. Here, I want to see if I can show you.
And I want to address something before we
Mm-hmm.
look at this too far, because in the comments, people are asking like if the rankings are going to be used for like more or less commonly used sounds.
Mm-hmm.
And no, like that's part of why there are set ideas assigned to each glyph, because what that word begins with, or root, or something associated sound-wise with that concept, will end up being what that glyph represents. So it's going to be based on what it's representing.
Yeah. Okay, so then I was trying to think of one in particular. This was the character. Where is it's this one? So I believe this character that's a V with a little thing, it was used for theta before 1917, but then abandoned.
I think that's the one IPA character, or one of them, that you don't have in Palatino X.
That one's a little different. You're thinking of the linguolabial flap.
Maybe.
The curve goes the other way.
Oh, I just remember it's every time it shows
Yeah.
up in a different font, and I'm like, David.
Oh, maybe this was the character, and this one is just something else. What is Ijitsa? Ijitsa is descended from Greek Iota.
No, there's the other one. Click
Yeah.
on.
Well, this one
Oh, fita.
is
Never
fita,
mind.
so
Never mind. Sorry, Tethys. I misunderstood.
yeah. And so this was just something I saw at the beginning of my Russian textbook when I was taking Russian. So I probably misremembered it because this obviously is much more likely. But theta was respelled everywhere with F. This is why it's like Fyodor Dostoevsky as opposed to Theodore Dostoevsky.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, and then there are these guys. I love these little beasties. Look at them.
Those are cute.
This one has a spear.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, did you want to also, after you're done with this little exploration, just for people who didn't see them, scroll up and show that there were most of the images that were the basis of the glyphs, although some of them were ones that don't have an image up here because they were other ones that David just had drawn.
Yeah, some of them there were a
And
couple
some
that I
weren't
drew. Some I didn't do. I didn't use this one, or this one. I wasn't sure about box. Certainly they're important to cats in our world, but I didn't know if they would just make boxes, you know?
This is what happens when you just tell me to start drawing everything I can think of that has to do with cats.
And this one,
And so I did.
I couldn't do anything with this.
Yeah.
It just looked like something was happening over here, and then there's just a long line for some reason. It just wasn't working.
What? It could have looked like our cue. Come on.
Yeah.
Little cue. You just don't like cues. I see how it is.
Oh, Q is like the worst, fakest letter we have.
I love Q.
It's absolutely ridiculous. Like, look, I'm just going to type in script Q, and I'm just going to see what comes up. And notice it's like,
It's gorgeous.
it's like, oh, but like, we got to do something down here
Look at
for
this
some
bird.
reason.
Oh my gosh. I'm
It's
going
a
to
bird.
start drawing all my cues with a bird.
It's
very,
just,
very difficultly. Ooh, this is a nice image with all the cues. That is lovely. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness, I love. Look at that fancy cue with all the little plants. Gosh, I get so excited.
this, I think, really illustrates my hatred of Q, because it's like, it's this beautiful script O, and then this for some reason that you just throw in there at kind of like a random angle.
If they were gonna put the flowers there, why didn't they have that be like a stem or something and connect it and make it be all dun, 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 dun.
I guess.
But no,
It's like, look at this. See, here's the O in whatever alphabet thing this was. And then it's like, oh, where did Q go?
now you've lost
Now it's
it.
gone.
It heard you.
It's just
Being
like
mean.
all of these, whatever this is, it's so gorgeous. They just did such a lovely, beautiful job. And then it's like, and then there's Q, and it's like, oh, in this line for some reason. You know what it reminds me of? I'll tell you what it reminds me of, because you're all going to have to deal with this.
Ooh, this one's like a C with a line. That's fun.
It reminds me of the Oklahoma City Thunder logo, one of the worst logos in the history of sports. And it's just like, here's the logo, and then these two lines for some reason. You just kind of...
They create motion.
Yeah,
It's like,
they
zoom.
create motion. It looks like, and this is like off center. It looks like something if there was going to be a fast food chain that started in Oklahoma. You'd expect something like this.
Actually, I was thinking it was more for NASCAR. Because it looks like a racetrack to me. Like, zoom. Like you get the...
And what the heck does this have to do with thunder? Is this the thunder? Are the two lines the thunder?
Thunder goes zoom. Or boom.
Good Lord. Somebody needs to put up that meme of me crying and then Jesse goes, thunder goes zoom.
Oh my gosh.
Hmm.
Oh, you know what? For graphic design is my word. Yes.
Look at this. This one, they like at least had the sense to just remove those stupid lines. Now they just have to deal with the fact that this weird lettering is sticking out. God, it's so dumb. Look at this.
Well, that's
100% better.
But that's for the lightning, not the thunder.
No, Oklahoma City Thunder. But
No, but that should be Oklahoma City Lightning, is what I'm saying. The imagery then suggests they're the lightning, not the thunder.
okay, so that looks like lightning, and these two lines look like thunder.
Listen, if you're not going to do iconic kind of image, then you need to just go away from trying to represent what the name is. For anyone concerned.
Yes. And
Right.
Tethys is 100% right there. Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you, Miles. See, lightning is already a sport. Okay, so for anyone concerned, if you were listening, like as our patrons who were listening to the most recent podcast episode,
Great idea, Jonathan. Yeah.
although I think you had deleted the actual part, right?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, because we had a problem with the sound file, and one of the problems was the area, which was so echoey. It was like 10 times more echoey than this room, which I didn't think was possible, but it was. And then the second problem was that we had two loud events that made all the other sound get compressed in the file, because they were like, we don't know what to do with this. And one is, of course, David's sneeze, which reverberated, I think, for 5 minutes. No, I'm just kidding. But the other was that I got so excited in the middle of the episode that I clapped my hands and like moved my hands back to my face really quickly, and I ended up hitting myself in the face, which became a whole thing. But I actually like dug into and I don't think you can see it as much anymore.
Oh, thank goodness. It's
didn't-
healing.
It didn't bleed today, so I was like, oh, it's going away. It's been bleeding every day, like for a while. It was a deep gash. I actually cut the side of my nose and then pushed my glasses into my face, and it was a whole situation. But I just wanted all our patrons to know I'm healing. I was very excited, though.
It was a really good idea.
It was a moment that I was celebrating, and and then I couldn't stop laughing because,
Yeah.
wow, it's not every day you do that.
Okay. Also, we have one more announcement. Not a huge announcement. It's a halfway announcement. But the top 2 vote getters for the Copicon poll were so close that we're going to do another vote. We're going to do a runoff vote between the top 2 choices. And the top 2 choices are in alphabetical order, not in order of, votes, because they were just too close. London, UK, and Washington, D.C. So,
Not in the UK.
not in the UK. It's the two capitals facing off. It's the War of 1812.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even
2.
think about that. Gosh. That is crazy.
Yep. So, we're going to put that together. It's going to be exactly the same vote as last time, but we're going to do a login to be sure, and that was the other thing. We separated it by patrons, patrons versus non-patrons, and it was like even.
It was even
It was
close,
tied. It was tied with the patron, like only counting patron votes. So we're going to do one more, and then this is going to be it to determine the champion of the universe. So, and again, plenty of time. This is like
You did not just turn that into US versus UK
1812
for the
War
universe.
II Electric Boogaloo.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So we'll put that together. It'll be very easy to put together, and then we will send it out, and then we should have an announcement in a couple of weeks. Also, I announced, by the way, that we wouldn't be here next week. So.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So.
Wait. Oh, thank you for turning it over to November, by the way, as I'm staring up.
Yeah,
'Cause-
with one of your best of all time,
Oh my
Mouse and
gosh.
Tui.
that was a fun one.
Yeah.
Well, and then the one underneath it is, of course,
Oh,
the
yeah.
basis of the collage I made you.
Mm-hmm.
All the little shadow figures. So yeah, the 10th we won't be, and then just like as a pre thing, like we're also not going to be here on Thanksgiving,
Right.
Which is Thursday the 24th for everyone who doesn't know when that is, because if you don't celebrate it, you don't think about it.
Yeah. So yeah,
and so-
Thanksgiving is always on a Thursday. So.
Always. And this time, like, honestly, if we had the technology to support it, we could have actually had the space to do it, because we're going to be at my parents' house, and like we totally
that's
could
right.
have done
They
it
eat
in
late,
the middle
don't
of
they?
yeah. So we totally could have done it time-wise. The problem is we would be able to stream about 2 seconds, and then everything in the house would die.
Yeah, they live on. Jesse's parents live on a mound of grass in the middle of a swamp, and they're
Don't call me
this close. They're this close to getting a phone line, a telephone line.
Don't call me a swamp possum. I'm a river possum. It is not a swamp. Thank you. And actually, the closest thing we have are ponds and creeks. So you don't even. I do have a great video. Oh, I should try to share that on Discord. The great video of you trying to make a rock hit ice and do the thing that you had seen.
But you know what you need to preface it with? You put that video up second. The first one you put up is the video of somebody skipping a rock across a frozen lake and in making one of the most incredible sounds I have ever heard. So you listen to that one first, so you know at least what I was going for. Then you watch Jesse's video.
Yeah, put that down. Otherwise, I'm gonna spill it all over my laptop.
Gosh.
Because that was a great moment. Okay. So Brian is asking about voting, like if they know that they can't, or don't know if they can make it. And honestly, none of, like, David and I are the only two who are going to say with certainty that we know we can make it, so we have to. Otherwise, what is KopiCon without hosts?
Yeah, us two, and then one of our special guests will be coming no matter what.
Right. So it may just be the three of us. The point is, like, you know, the goal is to make it where most people could theoretically make it. And then, you know, between now and then, things can happen. And so it's not like we're going to hold it to anybody who says, I prefer this location. But then, I don't know, you're busy on a work retreat that weekend, or you just don't have the money at the time to go. Like, things happen. So for whatever reason. But yeah, still get your voice heard if you would like to go.
Yep.
And if it would be easier for you to go if it were in one location or the other.
Yeah.
Jake got an informal invitation to do field work in the swamps of South Carolina.
Oh, yeah. Jake's not coming back if he accepts that invitation.
Wow. And hi, Cheese.
Hey.
Weedski. Yeah, David is a bit wild. We never know. Oh, God. You'd think I'd be used to your really random outbursts by now, but no, I still jump away. Did you mention our shirts?
Nope. Because you weren't here.
Wait, am I sitting up?
Woo! We're wearing our Vampire Academy shirts, hoping for season 2. Has anybody heard anything? Because we haven't.
Vampire Academy.
Yeah.
And David's like is more interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it has the Logan here, but
I can turn around. I don't know
does that mean I need to get up?
No.
You have a purple pen.
You don't have anything on your back. I got something on with that.
Yes, you do. And so,
I don't know if it's in frame, is it?
Just a second. Well, I'm waiting for YouTube to catch up, so just keep standing there. Yes. Yes.
All right, cool.
Okay. There it is.
Okay.
There we go. There we go. Woo! Did you say it has the Logan?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, I think I did. With an S in front of it, but Logan is part of that.
Yeah.
And then mine is the names of the elements, which are the elemental magics that the vampires have. And the symbols on top are just like symbols that they created for the elements.
Yeah.
But underneath them are the names of the elements in our language, in our writing system. So yes.
By the way, this is an absolutely true thing that happened. I had a dream last night that, among the other things in the dream, which included ghosts, it was actually a very frightening dream. But I was heading somewhere, and I picked up Biblaridian along the way.
As one does.
But I was shocked to learn that he was 15 years old. And suddenly I was like, oh my goodness, I'm going somewhere with a minor. Holy crap! Like I could be in trouble. This is like, I guess it's like he was just there. I'm like, did you ask your parents if you could come to this? And like it was an awkward moment, but there were ghosts too, so I had bigger things to worry about.
Obviously. In the middle of all that, hi Alk.
Yeah.
And also, I do want to give a. Oh no. I opened the document and it killed yours?
Okay. So, well, we've hit a momentous time. A momentous and frightening time. Which is that the computer that I use, that we use for streaming, it didn't update to the last OS, and there's been a new OS update, and it's apparently not going to update to that. And so apparently, we're never going to be able to use this again.
Oh no.
Which could be very devastating for, LangTime Studio.
Well, it's devastating for us because, I mean, technically we could save copies of this, send it to ourselves, update the other one, blah, blah, blah. But, like, this is devastating to our workflow.
Yeah, so...
And that really stinks. I can get out of it, and you can try reopening it and see if it...
go ahead and quit that, yeah.
And while we do that, though, I do want to say, Jonathan, Brian, that was a great comment that you had. It was Daviding like a normal Davids for your little outburst. And Jake, I hope you enjoyed the last season of Fort Sam. Okay. So, let's see if that document...
Okay, so then what we need to do is we're just going to do this episode, and I'm going to edit stuff here, and we're going to see what happens. Maybe it updates online.
Well, it said go to iCloud.com. If nothing else, though, we can always airdrop it to me, and then I can copy and paste it into our shared document.
Yeah. Well, we'll have 2 weeks to figure out what to do.
Yeah. Well, we had talked about all the newer things being on my computer downstairs, so if we can get my trackpad to work, we can start streaming from a completely different location of the house.
Yeah, we might end up having to do that next
Which
time you
stinks
see
because
us.
our LangTime stuff is back here.
Yeah, and we have the chairs, and that really there's honestly no point for this room other than storage. If we're not using it for LangTime Studio.
It's a guest room.
It is.
Okay. So that's sad.
Yeah.
We can make it a reading room.
I mean, yeah.
The room you go to when you want to work on a couch but don't want TV to be a distraction.
I guess.
But yeah, that is very sad. See that one little change. Okay. So, what are we doing today?
Honestly, I don't know. This is really throwing me off. But we need to. I mean, the thing is, like, we always produce a PDF at the end of the episode, so we can just use that to compare, I guess. And I don't know. Try not to do too many things that cause changes.
You mean stop working on the language?
Yeah, really. I know. God, this is ridiculous.
No. Like I said, I think we're gonna end up having to do a couple step process after to copy and paste it into our shared document. So yeah, like I know, Jonathan, that mouse house that you did is absolutely. Just the other day, we were staring at it again to be like, oh my gosh, I didn't notice these little details. And like every time, it's like we see new little things and it's exciting.
It was something that I really wanted. I wanted some sort of backdrop that would just, always look like LangTime Studio, and that was perfect.
And so,
Jonathan, not necessarily, but also I want to hold off on that because I want to figure out.
how many we actually?
Yeah, and that's going to be for the next. That's going to be for the next poll once we start assigning glyphs to sounds. Now, some of those might already have words, and so that'll be done. But for example, claw right here. Looks like that's going to be our E.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would make sense.
So that one's done. But others won't be, and so it'll be like, okay, this meaning gets assigned to this one, and so then we create a word that has that as its initial sound, and so on. Yeah. So.
So are you game for numbers? Other people are? Or was there something else that you had hoped to?
Well, let's first see where we were last time and what we were doing.
So long ago.
I think we did this already. Like we finished. Wait, it's above this, isn't it?
Yeah, it is above. Oh, we didn't do the how, why, and which.
No, we didn't do that.
But we did do all the others. Oh yeah, we did have a fun little thing going on with who's, where, and when, quite by accident. And so that was exciting.
This could probably double as which.
I could take that.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna copy and paste that in.
And yeah, take out the inanimate, right? So it would be
Yep.
just for any instance of which. Yeah. And then, do cats ever ask how or why? You'd never ask why of a cat because the answer is always because I'm a cat.
Yeah. It would probably be for like for whom.
Oh, good call. Like,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Have we figured out how to do for yet? Like benefactive?
I thought oh, I can't. I would love to be able to search in the document.
Mm.
Oh, wait, I can, right?
Yeah,
Because
you
now
can. It
it's,
doesn't
okay,
matter.
as long as I don't change anything in my document.
Yeah.
Because then we're going to have two forms. Okay, so I can at least search, though. Oh, this is so sad.
So we have unalative. Could do that.
Well, now, you know what? It may have been a different language we were working on. Because we recently did some translation into another conlang, and I think that in my head I was thinking we had some sort of benefactive, but I don't think it was this language. So no.
Yeah. We haven't done any postpositions yet, and honestly, I think the first most likely one is going to be for a benefactive. I don't think it makes sense to use the allative. Recall that in this language, for everybody else, all of our lative cases double as essive cases, and the meaning changes depending on whether the verb is a motion verb or not. And so, since it already has that meaning shifting, I don't think it's going to make sense to have it mean for, where that meaning has no dependence on motion for a verb. You can run a marathon for somebody, you can also bake cookies for somebody. And
another argument is that some of those forms are much longer, which we weren't concerned about because it was like, well, this is, a whole thing that you're only going to use in some situations. And so I'd be super interested in like a single syllable. Some of these do show up as single syllables. Others are a bit longer. No, I guess it is all one syllable addition. It's just some vowels get lengthened. The words just look so long. But anyway, yeah, no, I agree, especially for the reasons you said. Yeah, good.
yeah. And so I'm considering how to do this.
You're considering, because this will be our first postposition, you're considering that, or are you considering...
There are a lot of different factors to consider and a lot of different ways that you could do it. So, for example, I was thinking of two different things at once. One is if we had some sort of a root for good, or to be good, and it was kind of like zero derived as goodness or something, or understood as goodness. And it could be something like, to the goodness of something, but then that's allative and genitive, and it gets pretty complex. It might get pretty thick. We'd have to find a way to shorten it down. Or we use give, and the thing is, give is going to agree with the object. Because...
But we did give for the basis of the imperative as well, didn't we?
Yes.
Okay.
But Swahili has these prepositions that agree in class with the nouns that they govern. And I think that the way or the reason that happened was because they were originally verbs of some kind that got reduced. I wonder if we can...
Oh, as you're doing that, can we address Miles' comment that cats make bread in order to get milk? I want that cat. Could you imagine your cat just being like, here's some bread? And it's like, thank you.
Yeah, and then the cat just sits there, tail going back and forth,
waiting for the milk. But I'd have to eat the bread first to make sure it's good, Not just every bread gets milk.
Yeah. That would be incredible. If just you went to different cities and there were just different hordes of cats that were incredible bakers.
Just all making breads.
And then there are different types of local breads as they, adjust to the tastes of their patrons. And of course they don't eat it because they have no interest in bread.
Well, and Jonathan's trying to be all logical about it and saying, making bread is in kneading, which sure, but isn't it more fun to think of these little loaves of bread that you could get from your cats?
Yeah. You take a bite. Oh, that's so nice. And you start petting the cat and they're like, no. That's not for pets. You know what it's for. Give me that milk.
Oh my god. Purebred cat. Right. Magpie, right? It seems like a great start to a kid's book. So all of our amazing artists and illustrators and then all of our writers need to get together and start doing all these cool anthropomorphic animal books. So rye is not my favorite bread, but it's definitely one of my tops, and David does not like it.
No. Oh gosh, I'll never forget the first time I had rye. It was the same place where I had pastrami and also sauerkraut for the very first time. It was at Togo's, the sandwich shop that I worked at. And I was like, oh, rye bread, that sounds fancy. I tasted it and I'm like, oh, what is this?
Listen, I've heard about Togo's enough to say that you did not get good rye bread.
No, it's got the things in it. Sourdough is not amazing.
It is amazing.
No,
my gosh.
Everybody got sold on this thing. It's like, oh, sourdough is so amazing. It's not. It tastes sour. And now it's like...
It has a great... And then you put the soup bowl in the sourdough. Oh, that's so good. Okay, anyway.
And now it's you just have to suffer through sourdough everywhere.
I'm going to start making sourdough bread. You're going to have to smell my sourdough smarter for 3 weeks. Okay, so we're looking at...
What are these forms?
I don't know. I was trying to remember why you brought this up because you wanted to point out that sometimes things can agree.
Here's the genitive. Okay. So give me an example. The student's books. So kitabu is book. Mwanafunzi is student. And so it's kitabu cha mwanafunzi for the student's book. Cha agrees with book. Vitabu vya mwanafunzi, the student's books. So you see this preposition here agrees with that. And so it has a whole set of agreements. And so the student's books, so kitabu cha mwanafunzi for the student's book. Cha agrees with book. Vitabu vya mwanafunzi, the student's books. So you see this preposition here agrees with that. And so it has a whole set of agreements. And so it has a whole set of agreements. And so it has a whole set of agreements. And so it has a whole set of agreements. And so it has a whole set of agreements. And so it has a whole set of agreements. And so it has a whole set of agreements. And so it has a whole set of agreements. And so it has a whole set of agreements. And so it has a whole set of agreements. And so it has a whole set of agreements. And so it has a whole set of agreements. And so it has a whole set of agreements. And so it has a whole set of agreements. And so it has a whole set of agreements. And so it has a whole set of agreements. And so it has a whole set of agreements. And so it has a whole set of agreements. And so it has a whole set of agreements. And so it has a whole set of agreements. This is interesting though. This is the comitative with, and you can see that it's na, plus these are pronominal forms, right? But then you have these. I don't know what these are. So like, these I think are probably pronominal forms, but then these all have H in front of them and do stuff. I don't know what that H form is. It's very interesting. Does it say up there?
Well, I was seeing if it, I didn't see anything directly there, but it does seem to be that the H form is just being almost prefixed. Frequently
Oh, wait.
suffixed to na.
Silvertail is saying that this might be a real thing that they remember. Cat Loaf Adventures.
Oh. Nice.
Oh, it's a webcomic.
Ooh, and hi, hummingbird. Sliced bread was briefly illegal in the 1940s. That's amazing. And what is this cuteness? I want all these. Oh my gosh, look at that little potato.
Yeah.
Oh, these are, look at those coasters.
By the way, would anybody be interested if we did this stuff for LangTime? I have no idea exactly how to do it. Okay, but these are the products. Where do you get whatever the thing is? Like, or are they just products?
Adventures.
Is it a...
Well, here's Webtoon. Cat Loaf Adventures. But, like, I think you'd have to watch it. They're episodes.
What? Oh, okay. And so it's a web comic.
Oh, it made it look like there was something to watch. Trying to go way back to the first. Here we go. The Bread Cat Bakery, and the next episode is called Bready or Not. Okay. Very special bakery. Wondrous breads. It's literally a cat that's bread. And so,
Good luck, Jonathan.
yeah. Ooh, have fun. Nice. Okay, so anyway, oh my gosh. I wasn't bred for this. Just, all sorts of fun little bread puns. This is rye loaf.
The ordative preposition enye essentially means having or with and takes the same prefixes as the genitive a, with the exception of class 1 where it receives the moi instead of wa.
So, okay, I will stop looking at Bready Cat Adventures.
Interesting. Huh. Come on, Wikipedia. It's 2022 and nothing's been put in the compound preposition section. Verbal infinitives use this preposition. That held so much promise. Anyway.
There's a new Pokemon called Fido. Did you know about this?
I didn't. It's probably in the new. Oh my goodness, he looks like a little ram made out of dough.
That is amazing. It's puppy and a fairy type.
Wow.
Fido ferments things in its vicinity. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
vicinity. Let me try to produce that word right. Using the yeast in its breath. Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness. Do they have all the Pokemon listed? There's Sprigatito.
Well, that's almost Meridian.
Oh, you're right.
Okay. Let's go back to what we were doing.
Paldean Whooper. Sorry. All right. Anyway.
Because we can get sidetracked forever. We're now an hour in,
I know.
and all we've done is figure out that Pages no longer works. We don't have a benefactive, and we don't have why or how. And then we need to get, at some point we will get to numbers. I promise you we'll get to numbers at some point.
Okay.
It was mostly slice of life.
Huh. Oos. Oh, this is perfect. This is perfect. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. We could just. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is perfect. Hold on. Because.
This is delightful, by the way.
Oh, I'm glad.
I do want to try the lemon raspberry one. Blackberry, I mean, lemon blackberry.
All right. Where's our agreement here? Mozzarella. No wait. Yeah, and these are prefixes now. Mozzarella.
So it would be like moose and sus.
Wa. Ba. Ya. And ha.
We would have a. No, wait. It could be os.
Let's take a look. Let's just see what would happen if we did this. We allow woo. Okay.
Interesting. Does that mean we're going to potentially get a boost?
Absolutely. All right, so here's my proposal then. It's a postposition. It agrees with the thing that it governs, and it's just these plus os, which is us.
I like it.
Let's try to write a sentence using it.
Do we have a section for adpositions?
No, this is just going to be a small section because ultimately we're going to
Right.
fill in y. But the mouse threw a shovel. It's tsitsi dj ritzik. All right.
Oh, and also Tethys. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what your textbook says.
All right.
All right. So this is
Tsitsi
mouse.
dj for the cat. Moo moo moose ritzik.
Because it agrees with the object.
Yeah.
Momomoose.
Yeah, that's a little silly because it's already reduplicated. What's another word that we can?
One that's not so duplicatey.
Mm-hmm.
Ditzi is mole. You could throw a shovel for the mole.
And it's okay. So that would be ditzi.
Dig, and then its classes. That's
Yeah, ditzitus.
Ditzitus.
Ditzitus. Ditzitus.
and then if you want to put more in there, we've got, like, well, dog, puppy, kitten, rabbit. Yeah, there it is. Rabbit is Kinse.
How about for the puppy, Malcha? Malcha. Hus. Malcha hus.
It's interesting though, because it's always going to be a repetition of the previous syllable
Yeah, you're right.
because it's right there.
Yeah, it is right there.
Like if this were a prefixing noun class marker, it would be one step away. Said fine. Did we say where the adjectives are appearing in this language? They're like the verbs. They come before, don't they?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is going to take some thought because we were going to have a small number of cases, but we could have another.
Although I'd still like to kind of figure out, because eventually we're going to need postpositions, aren't we? Or are we going to say we're just going to figure out how to do everything in cases?
No, I mean, no, it was going to have postpositions somehow.
And so even if this isn't a postposition, thinking through whether we would have agreement, I think could be good. This would end up being what we would build Y off of if once we figure it out, because this is going to be the benefactive and Y is essentially going to be like for what. But we need to figure out how to do the benefactive to attach it to the what. There's apparently another one based on mice webcomic, and they're from different mousses.
Oh.
Like hazelnut and raspberry.
That's really cute. Because, let's see,
because the modifiers are always going to agree, verbs are going to agree, I think postposition should just be a floomp, dropped in, no agreement.
Where did our allative come from?
It came from
Snout.
snout, indeed.
Because it's like, I can see there being a benefactive.
Oh, it's the same webcomic. Makes sense. Always need a little floop in your life. So you said you could see it being the same for, is that for benefactive still, or are you kind of doing another thought experiment right now?
What I'm seeing is that basically if you just add an S to the genitive, you essentially have the benefactive or dative. No, benefactive, because we already did it. We already figured out a dative.
Dative in the sense that if something is a recipient, we have a way of dealing with that.
I mean, like, theoretically, it could be a dative benefactive, but, like, you wouldn't use it because you can already indicate dative in a simpler way.
Okay.
So it would just be a benefactive case. But essentially, the genitive, right, is just this non-low vowel following the root. And so every so often it needs an H if there's nothing on the end.
Right.
But otherwise it's just a non-low vowel there. Why is that doing that? Is it because of the Q?
It may be.
Cramp.
What is our? Let me see.
Class 5.
I don't know what to tell you. It's och plus ka. Come on, there we go.
What's the class 5
Class
suffix?
5 does come from a Q, but I mean,
Oh.
kach. Kach.
Yeah.
Get that sound in there.
And then genitive comes from claw, is that right?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. This
Oh
is.
was
Oh.
OLK? Or sorry, OLX.
Yeah, it should be O.
That is some unfortunate stuff right
Yeah, what on earth was I thinking? You relied on me, and I failed you.
Does that mean the other ones have been failed?
Potentially.
Because allative is kis.
Yeah, because look at this. Genitive. None of these are low. None of them are low. Not even this one. That's,
So I think though the allative needs to change to an O as well. Because that's kus.
right?
But then the other two, we have an ash and a schwa as the proto-vowels. So the other two make sense, I think.
Yeah.
Because they are just non-high, correct? So like they can't be high, but they can be low.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, brother. Okay. I know.
I'm gonna have extra conlang duty this week.
Yeah, I know. I deserved it.
Okay, so do you like that strategy though for benefactive? To say, it'd essentially be Romawo, Romarovos,
Yeah.
Ronzo, Rozo, Rozo. God, I suck at this language.
Which one?
I was trying to do that one, but the nasal vowels.
Ronzo.
Ronzo.
Yeah, Ronzo.
Ronzo.
Yeah.
But the top one is too much nasal. Romo.
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 God, I can't do this.
Yandamo.
I like the sights of woe. Sights wo yo. Yalomo. Okay. All right.
Birai. Yeah, birai. And then bira. What on earth is that second word? Bira. Like, is it possible?
That's interesting.
How did you get that word?
Need
Give
some
us a protoform, yeah,
yeah.
so we can put it in Lexergy.
Okay. So anyway, like all that is to say, I'm fine with adding one more case
Okay.
to our charts. I guess that means we have to do them all, or just say S gets added to the genitive across the board. But if the protoform is os, would it always pattern like the genitive, which is based on the high ich?
Yeah, because it's non-low.
Okay. So it would still pattern in the same form.
Yeah, I mean, we can go up to. Double check. No, we can't have a protoform that looks like that, Tethys. Like, why would we ever have a protoform that looked like that? You can't have one that does that.
Oh wait, and a suffix.
Non-high.
Wait, no, we need the other one. Because this would be the O, because it would be os, right, is the protoform?
Yeah.
And so it's going to be all high and mid vowels, so. Yeah, so it patterns the same as an I, okay.
That form is not allowed, Brian.
Okay.
Okay, so, but we do have this. So do we ever have a circumstance where this would come after? Hold on a sec. Is this legal? It is. But it still doesn't go down.
Well, that's because these are the suffix vowels. These vowels listed are suffixes?
Yeah.
Right, the suffix you added was a high one?
Yeah.
So why would it go down?
Because why would it go down? Right. Sorry. Yeah.
Now, is that a result of the Q or of the A?
It's a result of the Q and the A.
Okay.
Because, here, watch, if we did this, it's just fine.
So it's putting, okay, so it's the Q that's bringing it. Is that meant to happen that way with suffixes?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it means the benefactive is special.
Which means you need to resize all the columns in every chart we've ever made.
Yeah, I know.
You sure you want to make this decision?
I don't know. I mean, I think it makes sense.
Well, since we just made this decision, let's celebrate. So you have something lovely to
Oh no.
distract from everything that's about to happen. And these are just the pronouns, babe. I don't even want to know what font size you're going to have to put the nouns in.
I'm gonna call it dative.
But not recipient. This is dative benefactive.
Yeah.
Oh, Miles is asking if benefactive could be conflated with an instrumental, because then it would be able to kill how and why with one stone.
Oh dear.
Like I said, let's
It's like that Radiohead song, Everything is Broken.
Cheers.
I almost said tears.
Tears for fears.
Kopiko, when you need a little bit of good news in your life.
And the sad part is I can't even help you. So all I can do is say, have fun. And I don't think it would make sense to do benefactive and instrumental in this case because the base form would be from to give, right? Like that was where the protoform came from.
Yeah.
And so that doesn't make as much sense. However, in other languages where the dative comes, or the benefactive rather, comes from a different source, maybe they would get conflated. Especially even if they come from like two completely different things, if they sound enough alike, over time they could end up phonologically getting conflated with having two different protoforms.
Man. There's something. What are we gonna do?
And these forms are going to be as long as those forms because the S is going to be on the end.
What am I gonna do, Jesse?
I don't know. I wish I could. Other than shrinking down the size of everything. I don't know. Killing how and why with one stone. Listen, anytime you can do that, one less decision you have to make.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have two tables. Oh gosh, is this going to turn into a High Valerian situation?
Oh gosh. I mean, I was able to fit all of the cases in one table with High Valerian. All right, let's go. Okay.
Declension 1. Oh my gosh. And Tethys, rotating them 90 degrees would work if the whole page went sideways. Otherwise, it sure would not.
Sure is nice and big though.
That is true. There are other programs that work better with having one page that's landscape in the middle of a bunch of portrait pages. But as far as the last time I tried it, Pages was not one of them.
Alright. Wow. Yeah.
Look at
I'm already pleased with this decision.
that.
Eewees.
That's what happens when you leave Silvertown.
Uh-huh.
Let me know if you need any protoforms, because that's about all I can do for you right now.
Yeah, so help me with anticipate protoforms for all these pronouns.
G-H-A-H.
Look, we can spell these bigger now.
Yeah, you can take all the space.
Right down here somewhere, is this dog?
Yes, yeah. And then lamb is the next one, which may be, yeah, right below it.
Okay.
Cool.
Lamb.
And then kach,
we.
yeah. Oh, bin is missing. B-I-N.
It's right there.
Oh, I did not see it. Never
Then
mind,
that's
bin is not
cockles.
missing. Mm. Nice. Yeah, Miles, there can definitely be reasons for cases or prepositions overlapping in a lot of different ways in languages. Again, all depending on what semantic sources they have, but also what phonological forms they take. And like, yeah, there's a lot of reasons. I was going to give an example and then realized I couldn't think of one on the top of my head.
These all have B in them, so let's keep that.
And cool, so you good with those? What chart do we need to work on next?
I don't quite understand what happened with this. What's the protoform for this?
For tool,
Uh-huh.
the protoform is the yach.
Yeah, but
The pronoun form came from our word for thing.
Yeah.
And the other one is the ak ones are for the word for stuff. So thing is B-A-J in the protoform, bai.
okay.
And then ok is the stuff, which also means what?
Okay, so do we have to redo any of these? I think we do.
Only if you want the full pronoun form. Oh, we did keep it for the genitive, didn't we?
Yeah. Did we keep it?
Yeah,
Yeah, we kept
'cause
it
those-
for everything. Okay.
The K's and G's are coming from
Okay.
oak.
Okay, so this one's fine,
Mm-hmm.
and then the rest have to change. So,
Yes.
but
Well, the animate ones don't have to change.
okay, but this one is bioke, is that right?
No. It's just BAJ. We use the word for thing as the pronoun for tool
Well, then why does it have this O on the
because
end?
it's genitive.
Because it's genitive. Right. Oh dear. Oh boy. Where was the nominative?
Well, if you go up, it's right there.
Did this thing never have the nominative?
If you go, no, we always had to have it separate. So full pronoun is the nominative form.
Okay.
And then we had the declensions completely separately for whatever cases.
Just for the pronouns though, because the nouns have the nominative.
Right.
Okay.
But pronouns, we had too many other forms, and the nominative was a key factor in how it did agreement.
Okay, so this is just bios then. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And
But
then,
the ones for
okay.
soft, hard,
Lamb. Okay. Lamb ok. AQ?
OQ.
OQ.
Yeah, OQ.
Okay, which are the other ones that have that?
It's gonna be rock, class 5,
Mm-hmm.
liquid, so the we,
Mm-hmm.
and then the warm abstract.
Okay.
Hum.
So lameges kahogos. Wuyugos,
Wuyugos.
which is weird, isn't it? Why
Yeah,
is-
because it goes to oos everywhere else. Oh, because it's the Q. The Q won't let it be a U.
Right. And hemiges. But is beanies okay?
Container is,
What's that
Yeah.
protoform?
well, it's bin.
I mean, that's the thing. That's not that protoform.
Oh, wait. Didn't we combine it with a class 9 or something? It's got to be something that starts with an M.
And the nominative is identical to the genitive. Well, right on. Hello, Jonathan Palmer. I'm glad you're here. We
Ooh,
are
hi.
we are once again caught in a vice or of our own devising.
The only protoform that we have that starts with an M. Are baby and cat.
Right, so we didn't actually write down what the protoforms for these were then. Go back to that oak thing where
Oh, wait. Be means home. Put bin be. And I bet we get bame.
just reduplicated.
Yeah.
Theoretically, that would be bamenes.
It was reduplicated in the same way that mouse and cat were reduplicated.
Yes. All right, there we go. And so then the new benefactor would be ben menes for some reason, because the B blocks it.
Oh my goodness. Ooh, bye, Miles.
Later on. All right. So those were the tough ones. These should be easier.
Theoretically.
Yeah.
What's that? Oh yeah, you gotta do your part 1 and part 2.
Yeah. So these. That's gonna really free up space here. And then I'll go ahead and write class there.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna celebrate, aren't you?
Yeah. Maybe here we'll put 1 here and 2 here. All right, so now let's figure this out. I believe most of the time it's the genitive plus S, is that right?
Most of the time it should be genitive plus S because they both pattern in the non-low way. However, sometimes they're going to be different depending on what comes before it. And so I am ready to tell you forms when you need them.
Now no S, yes.
All right, and then Tutu, you already know the forms for.
Right, because that doesn't change, yeah. I don't think so.
I wouldn't think so either.
Tutuis. Oh, yeah, tutuis.
Tutuis, yeah.
Okay.
And then the next one is Mao plus the RAH for dog.
Malchahes. Yep.
Okay, and then snout we have kitzle, which is kiss, and then lamb.
And we don't have to worry about these oaks anymore. It's the mess.
Alright. Claw is ich plus
Yeah.
kach.
Ich keches. Good.
Mud is gonna be tan plus the water. The rios, yeah.
Like that?
Yeah.
So yes. Yeah, perfect.
Okay, what is it? Oh, pond is the next one. And that's gonna be M-E-R with the bin ending, bin. So M-E capital R, sorry.
Mechmenes. Good.
And then DJ shuffle, that was up top. DJ is D-I-J-S.
Dijeches. Yeah.
And shadow is Yach. J-L-H.
Bored kidding gas, hey man. And we of course remember all that was that, right?
H, not X.
Oh, with an H?
Yeah.
Oh. And so we also have the opportunity to have it with an X, yeah.
believe so.
Yes. Okay, so we're going to have, I think, an important vote coming up here.
What's that?
We have to decide if we're going to allow, what do you call it, analogy to just say, well, it's just the genitive plus S, or if we're going to allow that proto-O to do its thing when the Q is there. I mean, the thing is, orthographically, we will have the Q there, so you'll know. So it's like there will be, you know, theoretically in their world, there is no romanization, so you'll just know when the Q is there, it's going to ruin things. And
wait, if you go back up,
yeah.
Did it ruin anything up above?
No.
We're never going to have a Q at the end unless it is a non-class mark noun.
Yeah.
So why would it ever be retained?
Well, I guess it shows up. It shows up here in these pronominal declensions. By the way, these shouldn't be. These pronoun declensions should be up here, and they should be yellow. So I guess this is one of the only places where it shows up, huh?
And I'm fine with pronouns having their own things because pronouns do weird stuff.
Yeah.
In terms of nouns, though, it makes way more sense because, like, there's going to be maybe one noun that we come across that's not going to have the same form.
And I'm going to create it on purpose.
Well, and if you do, fine, but then it gets a note in the dictionary to say this takes an irregular form. It doesn't get every single noun chart that we've made now needs two.
Yeah. You're talking some free range sense, Jesse.
As you continue creating two charts just because you like the bigger look.
What do you mean?
I'm saying that you should leave it like this and just put a note and say benefactive adds S to genitive.
No.
Wow. Okay. Listen, everyone, I would save space.
But what I'm going to do here is just do this and just add an S on the end. No, I thought what you meant was not worry about the fact that the Q is coming at the end.
And hey, babe, and is it daylight savings for you and not us yet? Because ours is this weekend.
Yeah.
Well, the end of daylight savings. And now I've realized I put daylight savings with an S, but that wasn't me. The calendar suggested it. But it should only be saving according to Veep.
Yeah.
My.
But yeah, you totally missed out then, Mr. Luridian, about my dream that featured you. I will not repeat it.
The beginning of this episode was all over the place. So.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, you missed some shenanigans.
Was that why there was so much shenanigans? You weren't worried about Bib seeing it because there was no comment yet?
No, I was just grateful that he didn't witness that hijinkery.
Oh my gosh, that's a great word.
All right, yeah, so there we go. But yeah, you missed it. We now have a new case after all that, which necessitated a new table, which...
No, it didn't.
It absolutely
for you.
did. It absolutely did.
Oh!
We forgot about that. We need to... Unbelievable.
3 times.
Oh, man.
Cheers.
Unbelievable. Okay. So, we have our new cases. Yeah, I can't tell you because we don't want YouTube to figure it out. Otherwise, we'll get dinged for copyright violation.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a new case, and it's the genitive plus S for a benefactive. And that is going to buy us... Get ready! Ta-da! Okay.
I can't do it in mine, so either you need to remind me later or go to the grammaticalization notes and put that give as the source of the benefactive.
I will do that presently. So, add the S, and suddenly it's no longer whose shovel did the mouse throw, but why did the mouse throw a shovel, and word order is going to change. Because it's no longer dragging the whole thing out in front. Instead, this is dragged out in front, and it's just Y, and then mouse, shovel, throw. There you go. Of course.
Because that's class night. Yes, okay.
But yeah, Biblioradian is 15 in Mars. Martian. God, how did I split the difference there and get marsh?
You're thinking about those swamps again.
But not only that, I was spelling it in my head Martia, but then I'm like, why is there a silent A?
I thought you were going to stop after the I.
Nope. I went right on to the A.
But Mars would also be another way of saying that as a noun, yes.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
So there we go. Do we have people living above us? What happened?
Right?
Anyway, why did the mouse throw a shovel? We've got it.
That was bizarre.
I'm going to delete this.
Okay. Now. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, I'm good. Yeah, now go to the grammaticalization section. And mention that. There we go. We need benefactive.
Okay. Let's give, and it becomes, yeah. Oh, but no, we need that.
And can you maybe make it benefactive?
Is that right? Sorry. There you go.
Really? In Old English it would have been because the F was just pronounced as a V intervocalically.
That's right.
And then can you pop in a to in front of give? Sometimes it makes a difference, so I always try to put the to in front of.
Is that it?
Oh my gosh. That's one of the reasons some of those word lists I get really frustrated with, because it's like it'll say things like fly is a root, and I'm like, but are you talking the noun or the verb form?
Yeah.
Because it's like it makes a difference, because not all languages are going to treat them the same. Anyway, so I like to put to in front of all my verbs to remind me that it's a verb form.
Yeah, so now we got 15 minutes. We already know the next poll is going to be about orthography.
Mm-hmm. Wait. What? Wow, tincture overcast. That is too much to process in one sentence.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you find your frying pan, though.
Yeah. So what I was going to say was, did we want to just, since we're here, talk about how and talk about instrumentals and figure out if somehow we're going to end up with another case?
We have that noun class marker that comes from paw but gets extended to mean tool.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think we could use that somehow to make something that means like with what
Well, let's don't think about how yet. Think
Okay.
about just instrumental. Instrumental. We can do a postposition.
giving you a look?
Okay.
Instrumental.
Yeah.
Did we want our postpositions? Are you fond of having them more verby or nouny?
Well, I was. Did we not use? We didn't use pa by itself, did we?
Mm-mm. And so it could be an instrumental source.
Yeah. But like, how?
I'll turn yach into a reduced form, which probably end up just being ya.
Yeah, I think so.
And ya is a freestanding postposition.
That assigns the genitive.
Yes. That assigns the genitive.
Yeah. And the thing that is going to make it a postposition as opposed to a case is that it's going to just be, it's not going to harmonize.
Right.
So
And
otherwise
so,
we
like,
have Malnuya. To be yeah. I like it. I like it. I like it. We're going to do it.
you're gonna put ya. And by ya, I mean, of course, you need to put Jar, yah, in the dictionary as a root.
Here we go. You want me to put it here?
And then capital R.
You want me to put that up there? Is that how?
Oh, is that? What would you do?
Well, it's going to be the full form is going to be here certainly, but this was your thing.
I would put the full protoform.
Well then.
But also, any bigger words that come out of it or
You're the
different
boss.
words would end up going there.
Yeah, you're right. For right now, we're just going to put this. We're going to call it postposition, and it is going to be with instrumental,
By means of?
and then we're going to put genitive right there. Does it have a period afterwards? No.
I think you normally do. I think you normally put plus gen, period.
Yeah.
Oh, you're doing this. Oh, yeah. Oh, that is, I love that small caps.
You like that period there?
I think we normally did. We don't have any others in here, I don't think, though.
We don't?
Uh-uh. We have,
I guess we do.
very few dictionary entries.
We do.
But I mean, orthography's coming.
Yeah.
And I will rotate between generating new vocabulary with votes and doing dictionary entries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
And then can you put that on the English side with? Yeah.
Yeah, with by means of. No.
Oh shoot. Undo, undo.
There's
Oh,
no bookmark for this link. Oh, well, that explains that. Did it just kill all the bookmarks?
I think you took it out and then it
Do I have to hit undo again?
maybe?
Well, anyway,
It
goes there.
Yeah.
All right.
Goodness.
Put it here.
With, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I agree, Magpie. I really like having verbs with too. Okay. Excellent. Now go back
Yeah.
to how.
Right.
Let's do this, David.
Okay. And then then that's how. And we should be getting this. What?
Because it's how did the mouse.
Here, I got it. Don't worry.
Okay.
Okay. And what did the mouse throw? Or how? Sorry, how?
Mm-hmm.
How did the mouse throw?
A shovel. Because, I mean, after all, shovels are larger than mice.
Oh, we've had a Kopiko. But let's pretend like we didn't. As soon as I enter this. So,
The last Kopiko was less celebration and more David needs
Yeah.
a treat.
yeah. DJ. And it's tetak. That needs to be in the genitive.
Yes.
So
Which would be what, like,
this. Tentoku. Why is that tentak and the other one is tentoku? No.
where did you grab that from?
Um,
Okay, so you're asking why is it...
so this is what? Tentak. And then this is what plus the genitive. Tantoku.
Wait, doesn't it have to be more than just the genitive? Because
And then we have this note
genitive
about
is just ich.
Tantiki. Huh?
Genitive is just ich, isn't it? As a protoform?
What's the origin of our...
Wait. No, it's because the OQ for thing or stuff or whatever gets put in there.
Yeah.
So that's why. And it's because the Q is no longer at the end of the syllable, it's at the beginning of the next syllable, so it breaks it up, and I think it does something differently.
Mm.
Because otherwise, OQ comes out as OC on the surface form.
Yeah, so then we need to throw in... Alright. We have all of our WH words done.
My, oh my.
And so there's that. There's that. And there's those questions.
I have a pain in my upper arm.
We have the relative clauses. The only thing we haven't done is really is coordination.
How have we not done that?
Hmm.
Well, do you have an idea?
I have two ideas. First, I want to do a comitative.
Oh wait, you finished something good.
Yeah,
And Silvertail's here,
that's right.
which is another reason to celebrate.
All right. Ah!
My goodness, David.
All right.
Twice as nice.
Cheers. Right on. Kopiko, when tears become cheers. Oh yeah, and Biblaridian, wait for this. There's going to be another vote for Kopikon because the two top vote getters are tied, or tied-ish, and they are London and Washington, D.C. And now he doesn't have any tea because he just went...
And comitative could come from to hug.
I was thinking of something like in step with, but there is hug as well.
I was just thinking of cuddling cats.
And then, of course, we would have the instrumental ya and the comitative ya.
Okay,
like-
maybe
like that?
maybe we don't want to do that. Yeah, we don't have anything like stop. We do have that. Yeah. Do you want another yeah?
Well, let's, what's, yeah,
Love it.
There goes Biblaridian trying to change the votes again. It's like, well, everybody voted this, but then Biblaridian voted this, so.
I thought we were in agreement. He gets like
Mm-hmm.
half the votes plus one.
Yeah, super delegate. Okay, so then, yeah, guess, right? Do we actually have that form somewhere here? We don't. 'Cause I thought we did, like, we did.
Scroll down to 9. Because it took the bin ending or the
Because it's not just yeah, it's yeah, hey. That's why.
yeah, it took the class marker.
Mm-hmm. Well, I was thinking like in the shadow of, but it also begins with yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said you want another yeah.
Oh, you were just giving me another like you want another yeah. Man. You just want to conflate the instrumental and the comitative, don't you? That's what you want.
English, baby.
Oh, man.
It's all with. But no, I actually don't, because then if this is going to be the source of the coordination, then that's awful.
Why?
Because then it would be like, is it instrumental? Is it coordination? Is it comitative? Who knows?
Mm.
Not awful. Just, you know.
I was thinking of other things like at the
English
paw
brain.
of, but that's just paw. How about, do we have a word for side or like? I guess we don't. I'm just bouncing around here in the same things.
Keep bouncing. It'll get there eventually.
Hmm. At the back paw of Tokyo. What's Tuk?
Okay, I'm going to also make another suggestion.
Okay.
We don't have it yet. We would need to create it. But if I'm remembering correctly, in the poll, one of the glyph shapes we're going to have is a cat's ear.
Uh-huh.
We need a word for ear. And like at the ear of could be with. Because like if you're walking with another cat, you're ear to ear.
You're right. You're right. Okay. So we need to figure out what letters it can't be. That's an appropriate word for torso. Why? Could it, what are you thinking?
No, I was thinking like, well, all we need to do is, but it's like, that's actually quite complex because now we need to figure out back in our,
Here we go.
oh my word.
All right.
1 minute countdown, and we're gonna have to go through.
We have a word for claw. So E is out. Can't begin with U.
Do you want to write the sound in purple?
Oh, where?
With, like, if we know that claw is gonna be E.
Oh, you're right.
Let's make it an E,
Okay. Well,
and then tell me whichever.
two protoforms here. And then it's just everybody sees where we're at. Okay, what's next? Okay, standing water, no. Hole, no. Rock, Q. And that's,
Oh wait, we had a note, so I don't have to go back into Patreon. Excuse me.
yeah, so that's the one that's just the circle,
Rock
right?
is you.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're actually going to have a very, very simple character for Q. So yeah, we've definitely got to use that. That's got to stay in.
And which one was D? Was claw, and so that's going to be a proto.
Yeah, and then paw. So this one's going to be yeah. Oh wait, no, paw was eliminated. Never mind, paw was eliminated.
Oh, it wasn't eliminated. We do have a cat face nose, which is F. We have a word for snout. I don't know if we want to use something else though.
No, I think that's good. F.
Um,
Oh, this is incredible.
F will, and
F,
then
so F is going to be K. Because snout is
it's
kus, right?
kus. Yeah. So yeah, that will be K. And then,
Huh. So check it out. Barred I is one thing, and then K is that thing with basically extra stuff.
we don't have a word for I yet, so outline. Scratches, I don't know what we're going to do with that, but tongue we have a word for.
We do?
Yes, because that's where we... Do we? Yeah, no. Oh, no, we don't.
We don't
had
have
a word for
tongue.
rough. Okay. I don't think we have a word for fly. Basket bed.
Dog.
Yeah, we do have dog, which will be the capital R. What?
That was the one we were going to do as a purring sound. We were going to do that for but it won for dog, and dog begins with So, paradoxically, the purring sound is going to derive from the word for dog. It's actually pretty good, though. It looks like a 3.
All right. S
Uh-huh.
is need,
Yeah.
and that comes from a protoform starting with an A.
Oh, aw?
Yeah. Aw.
Oh, perfect. Okay. And what is need? It's
S.
S? Okay. All right. Wow. Okay. There's another one that I know we have. Tail? Did we do tail?
I'm looking. I don't think so. No, we don't.
Okay. We got that.
Open mouth lost, mouse lost, dog, we already said. Tool, did that one make it? Which was Y?
Yes.
Well, I guess it depends. Do we want to have a separate word for tool?
I don't know. Like, do we not have one?
We have the class tool. We don't have a word meaning tool.
Let's do, but that's something that's based essentially on yar, right?
Yeah, also the word for thing becomes used as the pronoun for tool.
That's the word for thing, though. Well, we'll make a word for tool that's based on yar, all right? Even if it has to be yar, whatever that becomes. So then that's going to be what?
Oh, go on. We'll have an uh-oh moment in a minute.
What? Oh, we don't have a word for sun.
We do.
Yeah, but we don't have a glyph for sun.
We didn't Z make it?
Yeah.
That one comes from sunspot. And that word is ibe,
Yeah.
which we already have an E.
Well, what I know is Y is going to be Y.
Wait, what is? Y is going to be ya,
Yeah.
which is tool. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Whoop. I'm also marking these in our note, by the way.
We'll figure Z out.
Okay. Water / puddle. We have a word sites, meaning water. I don't know if you want to use that or if you want to have
What
a
was the word
different
for water?
This is the protoform, but that's for running water.
That's for running
standing
water.
would be mer.
Okay, let's make it M. Where is what's that one?
A. Oh, that
Double
didn't
A?
make it. Never mind. Darn it.
Double A didn't make it. Holy crap. We were all over the place.
CC. Didn't we have it to stalk? Yes. Oh, another E word. Okay. We'll figure that out.
Somebody who came up with these drawings probably should have looked at this first.
I will take that Kopiko away, and I don't care how cute it is. Okay, but what we know is that ear cannot begin with an I,
Yeah.
K, A, Q, R, or J. What sounds earish to you? and what looks earish given the cat ear, which is DD.
It could be a vowel.
Oh, we don't have a schwa.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's make a schwa.
And we were going to do all the proto-vowels, right?
Yes.
Okay. And so it'll be something starting with a schwa.
Okay, and here was going to be what would happen if we did that? Of course it would.
We would do an LH behind it.
Eesh. But you like that for us?
What's that?
You like us? Us for ear?
I mean, it's kind of fun.
Eesh.
Could also try it. Oh, would the Q actually drop it? Would it end up being like ak if we had schwa Q?
Yeah.
It'd be the same as thing. Interesting.
Huh. I want to see this. Why does that become E?
Because the L raises it
It does.
before it gets deleted.
Applied central vowel assimilation. Ush becomes ish. That's interesting.
What if we have, what would like a W or a J be like? And then could we do like another consonant after that?
Ooh.
Or did we? Oh wait, we could
E.
do. You could do like EJS, right, or schwa JS.
Eats.
Oh, that's kind of cute.
And then that's probably going to be
Maybe
oots,
oots.
right?
Yeah. Oh, we could have oots, 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 oots. This ear.
I like it. All right. And that would be, what class is ear going to be? Is that soft? This is a cat's ear.
Yeah. What is paw? Like the word for paw, because that would
How
be
did
a
we not
tool.
have you? Oh my goodness, that was a major oversight, wasn't it? Because there's actually no word that's going to begin with O, is there? Or is there?
I think there could be. I don't remember, but somehow we have O's.
Well, yes, it can begin with an a nasalized O, but that's it. But this is, oh geez, what a disaster. Like, oh my goodness. I am so sorry.
So, belongs to the paw. Oh wait, let me look up snout. Snout belongs to the soft class.
All right, what is the soft class? Yeah, I do need to repent. My goodness, things that I've done. There's been a lot revealed about me this
Soft
spring,
class comes from lamb.
and it's not good. Lamb. So that's
Oh, class 4.
yeah. We're gonna just, I assume, just have this. It's just ear. So now we just need to figure out what the nouns are going to be, or the cases. So uts
Lion. Oh, we're not
is
gonna add.
utsu,
Okay.
and then kus, utskus. Yeah, this is probably going to be pretty easy. Uts yo. Well, actually, ooh, wait a minute. That one
And
could
that
be
one comes
interesting.
from Yao.
Yeah. With an X or an H?
H.
H. Ujo. Oh.
That's
oh.
nice. Yes.
All right. And then,
That should be an H, right? Is it jo?
yep.
Not zio.
This is not Tapahla. Very apologies to those who are having flashbacks.
And then num.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. All right, there we go. Ear. Now,
Add ear to the English side,
yeah,
since I can't help you. And now we can also make comitative and
yeah. How?
coordination, but is that something where we want to start next time?
Coordination, sure, but I mean, the postposition should be relatively easy. The question is it going to be oo? Basically, I think it's got to be.
Yeah.
'Cause it's just like,
If we take that off, that would still be oo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oo. Oo plus genitive, right?
that's correct. Oh, it should be at the ear of. So, utskus. Nah, that's alright. I just gave it up. I just gave it up without even trying. Without even giving it its due. I just said, forget it. With, along with, by comitative. And then, what? How did I do this last time?
You just did square brackets with genitive. No other thing between them.
Okay, my mouse is temporarily taking leave of its senses.
Everything is going wrong today with trackpads and mice
Yeah.
because we're working on the cat language.
I guess I didn't.
No, you did not.
Okay, there we go.
All right. Well, time to say thank you to you all. We're a wee bit late letting you out.
Yeah.
And David, keep that document open
But yeah,
as
very,
things get ruined.
very sorry for keeping you
Um,
late. We know that you have another class to get to,
And
but the class ends when we say it ends. We dismiss you, not the bell.
your next class begins on the 17th,
That's right.
Thursday the 17th.
Not going to be here next Thursday.
But
Very sorry.
there will be something for you to watch next Thursday. It just won't be live. And so we'll keep you contented.
Mm-hmm.
Not contented necessarily, but contented.
That's very smart. I like
And
that.
yeah, hope you have a good couple of weeks and stay grammar.
Bye, everybody.